Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Books of War, basically how you can get them, which is super easy, and which units I think you should pick up with the Books of War from the Goku Day celebration. So every year during the Goku celebration, basically we always get, well, the Goku Goten Gohan Day celebration, we always get these Books of War, and they always add in a couple units to the roster of eligible units that you can pick up with this item. Now this item is, it's pretty valuable, I would say. If you don't want any of the units, you can still trade it in for Kais, so it's essentially like getting a couple Kais for free. And if you need the units, it's pretty cool in that way. 3 new units they've added in this year are the Super Saiyan Int Gohan, the physical Giant Ape Goku Youth, and also the Tech Goten, who's a support character for Gifted Warriors. In terms of how to get the items, it's pretty simple. Clear a stage with a certain amount of Zenny. Then there's also one for clearing with a certain amount of damage, which isn't that big a deal. It's cumulative, so it's not in one attack. It's pretty simple. And then leveling up a character's super attack. All of these are relatively easy to do right now. In terms of leveling up a character's super attack, you can just use one of the Super Strike missions. In terms of the Zenny, you can just do the Big Bucks Hercule challenge once and you'll have it pretty much done. And then in terms of the damage mission, you can actually do the punching bag event for this, because then you can use a whole bunch of items and a nuking lead and you'll get all the damage done pretty easily, because the characters are essentially all have one defense in this event, so it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple to understand. Now, beyond that, obviously we want to talk about the actual Books of War and what to actually do with the Books of War. So basically, to cut a long story short, in terms of the characters you should select, I do think there's only a couple decent selections for units here. I don't think you should just be picking up the units unless you're a collector. So I think you should either pick up the units I'm about to say or trade in for Kais. Because honestly, at the end of the day, as much as it's nice collecting some of the units, the way the game provides you units in the tutorial, the way summons work now and how powerful the units are, a lot of these units are just not really necessary. So it's difficult to vouch for taking them. Of course, if you are a collector and you just want to finish your collection, or you want to rainbow units, then of course you can do so. But yeah, so to start off with, this Gifted Warriors support Tech Goten, honestly really good. So I would suggest that you pick up this unit. The reason being, this unit is incredibly powerful and a fantastic support. If you have him rainbowed or fully built up, he is really decent, and Gifted Warriors has some pretty strong units. In terms of this Goku, an incredibly good unit as well. Very strong, incredibly helpful, very good on the Giant Ape category. He stacks attack and defense, and he can be quite strong actually, like after super attack. In terms of his overall performance, I do think he's one of the better units, and he's very helpful for a lot of the Giant Ape power challenges and the Giant Form challenges that you'll face in the game. Tech Goten is also very good, kind of very similar to, Int Goten is also very good, similar to the Tech Trunks unit that's of the same type. If you have a Trunks in the rotation, a Kid Trunks, then he'll have 70% damage reduction, which makes him pretty strong. He doesn't have an easy A yet. He's easy to Dokkan Awaken, so he's a really good pickup because he's actually a really strong unit that can pair well with a lot of other ones. And then finally we have the AGL Goten, also an incredibly good pickup, very strong, very good link set, and he links very well with the he links very well with all the other Trunks and Super Saiyan Kid Trunks units and all that. Both of these are better pickups if you actually have a Super Saiyan Trunks, so keep that in mind. And then of course, for me, the best pickup for beginners is the Tech Kaioken Goku. By far, he's the best pickup for beginners for a couple reasons. One, he's got a good leader skill when he Dokkan Awakens. Goku's family is incredibly valuable, especially now with the physical greatest warrior, unit. I think it's really good. And yeah, I just think he's really strong. Honestly speaking, still a very solid unit, good for long form events, and yeah, just again, very good unit. Leader skill is the main thing here. It's very helpful for new players to have a unit with a 120% leader skill as broad as Goku's family. This Strength Goten I would suggest back in the day, but honestly not anymore. I think he's just fallen off in terms of the difficulty of the content, but he could be a solid pickup for you. So if anything else remains, you could pick up this guy. Should be able to help you out. But yeah, that kind of covers all of the options. Honestly speaking, there's really not much else I would say is like a solid pickup or a unit that you should consider picking up. I think that kind of covers it. So if you have all of these units, if you have their first dupe and their second dupe, then you don't actually even need to pick them up anymore and rather go for the Kais. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.